In less than 5 minutes, I am quickly going to show you how to calculate your aggregate if you made LASU your first choice or University of Osun State, because they practically use the same methodology to calculate the aggregates. Now, for the set of students that don't really understand what aggregate is, I am going to break it down for you. Aggregate is more like your cumulative points that is being put together by the school you apply to use to determine your admission chances. What that simply means is that for every student that applies to LASU, they would surely have a time when they will do screening and the aggregate will be calculated, and that aggregate is what will now be used to give them admission. That is after they've determined the departmental cutoff. Does that make sense to you at all? Now, if you don't get it, I know for sure before the end of this video, you would have more understanding about how admission really works in LASU. But before we continue, if you have not subscribed to this channel, just do well by hitting the subscription bell and also the notification button. Right now, let's dive straight into it. Now, what LASU typically does is that before they use 50%, 50%. That simply means your JAM is 50, your O-level is 50, but they don't do that anymore. Things changed this year. At this moment, what they do is your JAM is 60% and your O-level is 40%. Now, this is how it works. For your JAM, that one is straightforward. All you need to do is just to take your JAM result. For instance, maybe you have 200. You divide 200 by 400 and you multiply by 60. Does that make sense? If you don't get that, all you just need to do to make things really easy for yourself is just multiply your JAM score. If you have 200 in your JAM, you multiply it with 0.15. That will give you what you have over 60 in your JAM result. That is your JAM calculation or your JAM aggregate for LASU. You put that one aside. Now you pick your O-level result. Now for your O-level, you have to pick up the 5 subjects that is required for the course you are applying for in that respective school. Let's assume you apply for medicine and surgery in LASU, and your 5 subjects will surely be math, English, biology, physics, and chemistry. But then not everybody subject requirement is as direct as I stated it. Some of you might need to perhaps check up what LASU has made available for you to know the subject that you are going to use to calculate your O-level. So what you just need to do is just to go to LASU. I want to give you the site, services.lidc.lasu.edu.ng. I'm going to be dropping the link to check the subject that is required for the course you are studying in the comment section or perhaps in the description space, right? So all you need to do when you go to this website is you pick your course. Let's assume you are studying banking and finance in LASU. Then you go to check requirements. It will state to you the 5 O-level subjects that are required. Like in banking and finance, for instance, now English language, maths, economics, and any subject from commerce, office practice, and accounting. So this is what LASU use for banking and finance in this is what LASU obviously consider for banking and finance. And you can do that for any course you're actually studying. So let's use banking and finance to calculate our O-level aggregates. Now, English language, let's assume you have A. A in LASU simply carries 8 points at the moment. B2 is 7, B3 is 6, C4 is 5, C5 is 4, and you have your C6 to be 3 points. Now, I haven't done all this, just slotting what you have in each of the subjects. English, for instance, maybe you have like A1, you definitely have 8 points. Mathematics, B2, you have 7 points. Economics, B3, you have 6 points. Commerce, C4, you have 5 points. And accounting, you have, let's assume C5, you surely be having 4 points. You add everything together, that makes over 40 of your O-level results. So once you do this, you add both what you have in your O-level together with what you have in your JAM, then you have your cumulative point, right? And your cumulative point is what is now being used to qualify you for admission or not. Now, here's what the smart students will do. The smart students would get a proper guide. Aside the fact that they calculated their aggregates, they use it to compare the last year cutoff. But unfortunately, LASU don't even publish their cutoff. So you need someone that understands the system and is experienced enough to have the idea of what the cutoff mark for your course could be. And that is where admission consultation guide comes to play. I have created an amazing digital product which would typically help you in the process of securing admission. That simply means if you get the admission consultation guide, I'm going to hold your hands and help you through the admission process that will be taking place for about 3 to 4 months. I'm going to guide you, calculate your aggregate ahead of time, and also let you know if you have a chance for the course you're about to apply to or not. If not, I'm surely going to be giving you alternative just so you have a higher chance, much more than the other millions of students out there. I hope this video is valuable to you. If it is, remember to subscribe to this channel and also to hit the notification bell. If you want to get the admission consultation guide, the link is in the description button. Just go there, get the admission consultation guide, you get to me, and I'll be able to guide you all the way. I'm going to see you in the next video.